You know, here on this channel, we've covered many stories about the mainstream media and how, seemingly through their own fault, they've become untenable, untrustworthy with the people that they're supposed to represent and, of course, bring the news to you with impartiality. It's interesting, isn't it, when you look back at, say, a news report from over 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Remember, the newsreader sat at the desk with the telephone on the desk. He was trusted. They were trusted. She was trusted. It was all about really them telling you the news simply without any faff or fuss and with no sort of sneering insight, It was about them just reporting the facts. That's why so many news channels were truly trusted. Step forward, of course, to 2022, and we've recently had two major debacles all in a matter of weeks. Now, the first one, of course, was Martine Croxall, who was delighted by the fact that the then non-Prime Minister, but had been Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, had decided not to run once again to become the Prime Minister. If you remember, she was thrilled by this news, but apparently, according to the BBC, she knew she wasn't impartial, but has now, of course, been given a severe reprimand and is back on air. Now we know exactly what she thinks about that political party. But over on Channel 4, we had Christian Guru Murthy, who basically was incredibly rude with a terrible slur against a government minister, whether you like them or not. Now, it didn't really take long, did it, for a government minister to highlight this fact. On a recent interview with Jacob Rees-Mogg, a Conservative Party MP, he basically reiterated the problem. That really now is the problem over at Channel 4. Because whichever way you look at it, this particular presenter will be known for that terrible, expletive against a government minister. It's as simple as that. And when government ministers are now calling out people directly, live on television, during what's supposed to be an impartial report, then you truly have a problem. So for Channel 4 moving forward, they won't get rid of him. Oh no, they're too woke for that.
We must really be getting on with that.
I mean, it suggests that people have changed their minds.
Well, we had a referendum, and this is a bit like the Scottish question. Those of you who lost, and I include you in that category after your comments to Steve Baker, those of you who lost are very determined to have another referendum. You're just like Nicola Sturgeon, quite honestly.
Well, we'll leave that for another conversation. My comments had nothing to do with politics or policy, I assure you.
Have you apologised for them online? Do you want to apologise on the air for them? Because I think that's important. Good.
I have apologised, Mr. Rees-Mogg, and he's accepted.
Oh, good. That's important.
Now, I want to...
We must really be getting...
But for you, the viewer, you have the option whether to stay with them or switch off. And when you look at the ratings for Channel 4 News, all thanks to the behaviour of people like its main presenter, Christian Guru Murthy, can you truly blame a government minister for finally hitting back? However, I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Should the likes of the BBC Martine Croxall be removed permanently? Was it a simple blip? Was it, of course, a blip for the Christian Guru Murthy? Or are their positions now untenable? As ever, over to you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.